Oh, I just seen I just seen one of the most ridiculous YouTubers make a video that I've ever seen. You guys know how much I dig into oils in general. Literally thousands of dollars every year in testing and independent testing and getting with these companies that make this stuff, even helping develop the new Marvel Mystery Oil synthetic formula and stuff, being part of the engineering team and having them trust me and use my input and stuff like that. And some of you guys have been with me for years, but when I see the craziness, I have to call it out. I cannot just let it sit. And a lot of times I run into mobile mechanics that they call themselves educated because they have some skill in replacing parts and doing some diagnosis, but they actually are not educated in how things work or why they work or how things are made or why they're made a certain way. And this guy in this short, let's let's watch the short first and then we'll talk about it.
Mechanical triage here, and we have this oil change on this Subaru here. Come to find out, there was a Pennzoil filter in it. Customer has this oil changed at a local small shop, and they use Pennzoil. So he was going to have me put Castrol in it, and I educated him on the fact that if you have Pennzoil and have been using Pennzoil, to stay with Pennzoil. The problem with Pennzoil isn't that it's a bad oil. The problem with Pennzoil is that you keep switching back and forth, and that creates sludge.
This has to be the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life. You can literally switch between conventional and synthetic blend and grade 5. The oils made today are so good and they're so similar in how they're built that literally you can switch. Let's see, do we want Amazon Basics, or do we want 30-year-old Shell conventional oil? You want to use a Fram PH5 from 1970. Literally, I have thousands of dollars worth of oil just sitting all over the place. At work, I probably have close to $600 worth of oil on top of my box. And I mean, just what were we doing today when we were live streaming? We were cutting filters open and stuff like that so we can look at the quality of them and stuff. And it's funny that this stuff pops up, and I feel like it's misinformation. It's disingenuous. It's somebody that's been taught by somebody else, and they call it their professional opinion, or they've drawn up some kind of conclusion. And what is professional about their opinion? Because they're a mobile mechanic? Because they go around fixing people's parts that are broken and they're swapping them and replacing them? But they've never actually had any kind of formal training to understand why this works or that works or how it's built. The oil that he has in the video is literally one of the best oils on the market. It's called a gas to liquid formula. It's called a GTL stock, which is a 99.5% more pure oil than anything on the market. It's so good in the way it's built because it's a natural gas to liquid stock that it's almost equivalent to a PAO because of the hybrid system in which the technology that they use to build it. And I don't even work for Pennzoil. It just flat out works. And for this guy to say what he said here, oh, you switch between Castrol and Mobil, you can switch between as many oils as you want. You might find that some are quieter than others, but what this guy just said is complete junk. It's not even true, and he needs to be educated by somebody. So I hope this video finds him.
So, if you go to the Jiffy Lube places, stay with Pennzoil if you do your own oil change. If you got your car and you've been using Castrol or Mobil, don't use Pennzoil. Stick with that. However, if you want my professional opinion on using Pennzoil,
I don't know if that was so much a professional opinion as much as a trashy opinion. It just goes to show people should not trust you. Not saying that you don't know how to swap out parts, but you definitely are not educated on what you're talking about and what your experience is. Just like you were called out in your comment section on how stupid and idiotic it is that you said that. It is just downright that. It is so dumb. It's funny that you just said that with little to no experience in knowing about how these oils are made, the type of technology that's put into them, and how the stuff you're talking about was from back in 1970, which was way before your time. And it wasn't just Pennzoil, it was also Castrol It was also other oils that used a paraffin base, which you don't know about clearly. And that's a GTL stock now in that oil, and it's one of the best oils on the market. Put that oil in the SRT engines right from the factory at Chrysler. But I guess you wouldn't know that either, would you? Don't quit your day job. Oh wait, maybe you should, because you're not educated. You're really not. And if you're going to talk trash about stuff, make sure you know what you're talking about, or you're going to get called out by somebody that probably knows a little bit more or a lot of bit more than you. Stay in your lane. I left my email in your comment section, so if you want to get educated, if you want me to feed you some videos so you can learn about some stuff, hit me up. Hey, you got to take your licks when you get called out for saying stupid stuff, and this is just that. Take the lick, understand you were wrong, apologize for it to your community, and get educated, because here we are. I'm ready to educate if you're willing to learn. Be blessed.